shop, working on this new Cornwell toolbox I picked up a while back, and my other Craftsman one there. Trying to get things organized so we can find something. Right now I'm kind of throwing the junk in the drawer or on the top. Ultra Blue Permatex. I knew I had some here somewhere. Just got my phone magneted to my shelf over here. I can go through all the junk in the top later. Hope somebody comes in here soon. We'll pull these two little deals. Pull this and push it back, I guess. You know, a flathead would make this a whole lot easier. Guess I got my knife. Hey, how's it going? Hey, Justin, what's up? I was gonna go fishing, but it started blowing and it's still kind of hot, so decided to work in the shop today. Unlock this drawer and I can dump the junk out of it. Bought this new Cornwell toolbox at a garage sale, clear full, for $200. Pretty cool. My SAE and metric wrenches are all screwed up, so I'm organizing them all into one. What I'll probably do is that other drawer, I think it's got a divider. I don't have a lot of metric wrenches in here, so we'll move the SAEs down to the bigger open drawer. There's a ton of this. I'm just setting all the metric ones to the side. Little tiny wrenches, that one's metric. Got a lot of really nice tools in here. That's a cool one. It has a 11/16 and 5/8, and it's a round, old round shaft. Let's see. It's from something Dale. Trying to read some of these is crazy. Can't read it. Hinesdale? Something like that. Hey, big dog, what's up? How you doing? Brokeback Mountain, dude. 7/8. Somebody cut this end out so they have a line wrench. Chinese. Good tool to do it too. My glasses are in the house. What's up, Oracle? What's up, brother? Hello from Russia. Hello, my friend. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm kind of just sorting these out so I got all the right stuff where it belongs. There's one, a 9/16 and 1/2 inch. Somebody bent that just right to get into a spot they needed that. Yeah, my glasses are sitting on the counter in my house. I just come out here and decided to go live. Wow. That thing's got to be 100 years old. It's all pitted and nasty. But it'll work for something. The one you keep for when you got to bend one or do something stupid and break one or cut it. There was another one here I seen a bit ago. It was cut down real short. Okay, always good to have all my friends in here. Appreciate y'all. I got this Cornwell toolbox, which is a pretty good high-end toolbox. I bought it at a yard sale full of tools for $200. And now I'm organizing all the tools because the old man just kind of had things stowed in drawers. all the standard and metric sizes were mixed up, so we're going to get her all straightened out. I'm piling all the metrics over here for now. And just kind of going through her. Yeah, there's the one I was telling you about. This is a 5/8. It's supposed to have the open end down here. And somebody needed a short one for something, so they took a grinder or whatever, sawed it off to fit it in a little hole and make it for what they needed. Good to hold on to it, because I might need it for something like that one day. But yeah, I'm just sorting wrenches. Figured I'd get on and chat with y'all. Hello, Kim. How you doing, my friend? Love you. Good to see you. That's a cute one. Looks almost like it just has a round end. It's so fat, but it's actually a wrench in there. It's a 5/8. That's weird too. One end's 5/8 and one end's 9/16. Normally when they're like this, it's the same. So a lot of different tools out there. Sarah, how you doing, my friend? Appreciate it. The dad we didn't want, but the dad we deserve. 603 special from Armstrong. That's just a little 3/4 inch. They make a lot of different tools out there. You spotted a cutie patootie. That's cool. Everybody likes a cutie. I have a lot of tools. This other Craftsman box is clear full too. I'm going to put some shelves in here. Hey, Indica Games. Get some more shelves in here. I got a trailer house out here. I'm going to put a bunch of shelves in and pile a bunch of stuff in there, organize all my parts and stuff so I can have my whole shop open to work on stuff in here. It's so plugged up with stuff right now, I can't really work in my shop a lot, so yeah, click the like button, y'all, if you can. If you haven't already, subscribe. We're growing pretty quick over here, so did a video making salsa yesterday. I had 15,600 people in here watching. Off and on, they were kind of coming and going. Challenger 12 millimeter. What's up, Unfinished Project? How you doing? 10 millimeter. I'll have to get some more stuff to give away so you can win it. Just let me know what you're looking for. I'm probably going to do something next time. I'll probably use my wheel or whatever again, do some giveaways. Giveaways are always fun. I don't know. Gedore. Gedore from India. 19 millimeter. Finding a lot of tools made in India in here. Hey, Skylar, how you doing? Exploring with Sam, how are you? I need to go do a video at our local goth shop for Exploring with Sam. My friend has a lot of old dolls and stuff in there that come out of house fires and different stuff that are supposed to be possessed by spirits and all that. Thorson 18 millimeter USA. That's a well-built wrench there. You got a nice groove in there. Reinforcement. Tough tool there. 18 millimeters. We'll put it in our metric pile. Can we be friends or no? Yeah, we can be friends. I'm friends with everybody. Now this one was a 5/8 and 11/16, and they made the other end almost like a flathead or a pry bar. They say old mechanics, they took old tools that they didn't really care for or whatever. This one's an Indestro, made in USA. But yeah, this wrench did some specific job for that old mechanic. Don't click that like button because they are not a moderator. Oh, okay. Well, you can click like and not be a moderator. I just kind of try to get to know people a little bit. I got a piece of wire on the back of here to make my phone sit how I wanted. because I have it magneted to a shelf. I got a magnetic case. Oh, that's awesome, Sid. That's cool. Yeah, I'm a mechanic. I build a lot of cars and stuff. Yeah. Once I get to know people a little, I start giving them moderators so they can go visit people. My Nightbot should be in here. Yeah, it's in there. So if you type USA, my Nightbot will drop your link, and then you can all get connected and be friends. Make new friends. That's what YouTube's all about, and we support each other, and we all grow together. If my friends come watch my live streams, then I go watch their live streams, and if you comment on my videos, I go back and subscribe to you. Oh, thank you, R2. Appreciate it. There's an old one. These are kind of cool. This one's got a little clicky deal on it. A little old pressed together, little stamped, riveted, little ratcheting wrench. Those could be handy. Thanks for subbing, R2. You know, Stream Elements, it takes care of some of that. But yeah, it says off on one side and on the other side. That's cute. So 5/16 and a quarter. Yeah, later we might end up breaking these down since I got so many toolboxes and drawers to where we have certain sizes and stuff. Linked up, Justin. Thomas, my dad was a diesel mechanic before losing the feeling in his right hand. You guys are heroes. Much love. Oh, thank you, Thomas. I actually was having a hard time. I really hurt my mechanic work, but it's coming back now. Last year, or I think it was actually like 2 years ago, I hit these two fingers and almost took the ends off of them with a hedge trimmer at work. And for the longest time, I didn't have feeling in this finger. And when you're a mechanic, turning nuts and bolts and doing all that crazy stuff, getting things in holes, you really need the feeling in your finger. Do you have Moditite? Modititer? Yeah, I made you a moderator, Skylar. Thomas will get you two here. Yeah, I literally almost lost 2 fingers. I went into shock. Really got me because I spent 12 years in the military and I've had some crazy accidents and stuff. And just cutting those fingers like that, my boss was like, oh, do you need a ride to the hospital or doctor or whatever? And I was like, I should be good. And then all of a sudden I was like, whoa, went into shock. And I was like, no, I'm not good. And by the time I walked in and sat on the bed, I almost passed out and lost consciousness. Are you being boosted? No, I don't know what's going on. My viewers have been going crazy. Yesterday, my little salsa making live stream, I had 15,600 views. So I made sure I turned on my monetization today just in case. Yeah, I had up to, I think at a time, I had over 220 yesterday. By the time I ended my live, it said 15,600. I don't know. It's actually people coming in here, first responder. I didn't do anything to my channel. I've had a ton of new people coming in. Hey, Krishna, how are you, my friend? Chris, hello. Get you a moderator here. I haven't had much problem with my channel, but you kind of got to be careful sometimes with moderators because sometimes they go new people do stuff and then nobody can stop them. That's awesome. Hey, Mio, how you doing, my friend? Yeah, I'm making a pile of metrics here. I can't put them in this drawer yet because when I get done, I got to dump it out. It's full of crazy old man stuff. I got a million tips for my snap ring pliers. I got a really nice metal set of snap ring pliers in here. I think there's a couple other sets too, but these ones are pretty nice. And I have like a million different tips that go in these things. There's piles of them in here. I'm finding them all in other drawers too. They kind of jumped around, I think. I had to lay this down in my truck to get it home, so I took the drawers out. I laid it down and stacked the drawers around. I filled my entire truck up with tools and paid her $200. So, but the lady, her husband was a mechanic, and he passed away. Hold your flashlight, hey Pinky. He passed away, but years ago, before he passed away, he started working in a heavy machinery shop, and he didn't know about air brakes and air suspension and all that. And I guess he was working on a truck. He had it up on jacks, and he was taking the brakes off, I think is what she said. And he undid a line, and it dropped the whole air suspension. And I think she said he lost like 13 inches or something in height. Snapped his back and messed him all up. And then after that, he was all hunched down and messed up, but he kept working on doing mechanic stuff. Unstoppable. Hello, Abraham. How are you, my friend? Yeah, like this drawer here, this is all nut drivers, screwdrivers. I'll clean it out later. It's got a little bit of junk in there, but yeah, let's see here. Got a few more here. 5/16. This is a lot of work, but it makes it easier when you're working on a project, have all your tools organized. Action. It's an Action brand. 5/16. It's cool to see some of these old tools and stuff. They don't have them anymore. Different old US brands that went out of. How's your day going? Oh, it's going good. Almost over. It's after 7 o'clock here. Knock all the crap out of there. I'm not cleaning it. It'll just get greasy again, but I try to get all the junk out. You gotta put it in the runners. There are little rail deals on here you have to click out. I'm using my knife to pry those out. Oh, that one almost went in how it was supposed to. Forgot to get my other one started. Get live streaming, you forget to do little things. One day I might clean the rails and put a little grease on it. Had your meal yet? Yeah, I can't remember. Oh, I don't remember what I had for dinner. Hey, PJ, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Oh, now I gotta put all these wrenches up here. These will probably all fit in one side of this divider drawer. And I can put other stuff in there. But, like I say, it makes a huge difference having your stuff organized. Dean, what's up, brother? Yes, I got enough metric wrenches. I gotta use both sides. We'll do more detailed organization later. Might clear out a big drawer. Angie, hello, my friend. How are you? Thank you for becoming a member. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna get you a moderator. Yeah, my phone's magnetic, so I can stick it wherever I want. I put this on the back to tilt it to where it looks at my toolbox. You need brakes? Well, if you were close, I'd do them. Brakes are easy. Pretty easy. Now my little wire's jumping around. Can't get it stick right. There you go. Nightbot, you sure have a nice nightie on. Dean has affairs with Nightbot. Here's some old school little retriever deal. You reach down in spots, and pick up a drop boulder or whatever. These are really old school. It's kind of come apart there. It's supposed to bend how you want it. And you just stick her down in there and grab her. Yeah, I'm trying to get things organized. I'm going to leave my toolboxes in here. I'm going to take this shelf and all my other stuff because I keep collecting things and it's becoming a mess in here. a lot of stuff. I think this is like an easy out for a pipe. You turn this and the little piece comes out. Then you put a wrench on here. You put it inside of a pipe to unscrew it. I'm a mechanic too, Graham. Thanks for coming, my friend. Good to see you. Yeah, I do mechanic work. Like I said, this toolbox belonged to an old man that passed away, and I bought all the tools from his wife. Yeah, this box is a mess, but it's a really old one. This is a Cornwell Tools. They're a tool truck company like Snap-on, so it's pretty good quality. And there's a lot of big tools in here because he did heavy machine stuff. Show the drawers. I did a live once when I got this, all the stuff in here. Like this is cutting stuff, like grinding discs, flap discs. But yeah, I paid $200. Thank you, Panda. Appreciate you coming, my friend. A little cut off tool for your compressor. Yeah, it's for fixing cars and everything. But yeah, everything's all mismatched. It's hard to find things. I don't have any idea what that thing's for. The deal on one end here. I don't know, bolt through it. Who knows? But yeah, I got this whole thing. Here's a real nice old pipe wrench. Those are cool to make stuff out of, and they're always handy. But yeah, I got this whole toolbox. Let's see. Here's my metric drawer now. Here's impact sockets in here, and there's an air deal. Kind of throwing random stuff up top to do later. There's some really nice wobble, swivel, whatever sockets for impact. Hole punch for electrical junction box. Awesome, Carlos. Thank you. I'm not much of an electrical guy, but never hurts to have all the tools because one day you might need them. But yeah, let's see. Here's a nice step bit. It's pretty good quality one there. Those are good for drilling through heavy metal. Some of these big key Allen wrenches. Big old beefy one there. Tuesday, any advice for a new guy in the auto industry? One big step of advice is don't get into like the Snap-on trucks and stuff until you get big. At least just buy cheaper stuff. Like here we have Harbor Freight. You can buy some pretty good tools, or find an estate deal like this. There's a lot on Marketplace. Yeah, like this drawer. These sockets are $15-20 plus a piece. Yeah, there's actually a lot of YouTube videos on good quality tools. I think he painted the toolbox and left a lot of the tools in it because there's a lot with red. But yeah, if you find something like this on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace or anything like that, you spend like a couple $100 and get someone's entire tool collection, which is usually all the stuff you really need. Another nice screwdriver. It goes up in the screwdriver drawer up here in my other one. Yeah, you can't really see a lot of this. My shop's such a mess. I'm trying to work things out, but my laid back garage sign up there, I got that. Here's my movie screen. I got a projector I hang up in here on this pole, and I can watch movies in here. There's a new piece I bought over here. I'm going to do a video on this soon. I was just going to pull this apart and clean it so I could do a video. Oh, hold on. You can't see real well, but yeah, this is a really old, like 1950s or something, spark plug tester. You put your spark plugs in here, put your coil wire on there, and you push the button, and you can watch the spark plugs fire down here. And this is your cleaner. You push the blast button and it like sandblasts your spark plugs clean, and then you push the air button and it just blows air on them to clean them out. Those things sell for like up to $500, and I paid $50 for that one. So trying to get some old stuff to decorate with. I got a Pepsi machine in here. All kinds of stuff. I have more tools and junk than I know what to do with. The fishing poles. I have 100 fishing poles laying around in here. Hey, Outfish, what's up, brother? Yeah, appreciate you all coming. My channel's been growing pretty wild. Need my comment or read my comment? I think you said something about can you have? Yeah, I need tools for your brain. Okay. I don't know if we can help you. There's a wobble extension that looks like it's pretty wore out. A bunch of extensions. These are even good 1/2-inch extensions. Those are handy. Hello, Pancakes. How are you, my friend? You get the car finished? No, I'm having some issues with my new computerized ignition system. I did something crazy. I probably did, Chosen. But I might have to get a new computer box for my new ignition system. But it's all done up. I routed all the wires. Everything looks super pretty. It has like $150 spark plug wires with it, with ceramic boots on it. Pretty wild. A great big wrench they showed down here. Set it in there. Another big old wrench. Throw it up there. There's some socket organizers that they didn't use. Need extension for your brain? Okay. You just have to work out your brain and make it bigger and tougher. Blackhawk, made in Taiwan. I think I got a pretty good set of these that ratchet in here. A lot of auctions. Yeah, I do. A lot of them I do around here are online auctions. And I go to yard sales. That's where I buy a lot of stuff. That's where I got this toolbox completely loaded for $200. That's a steal. I like to teach people mechanics too. I actually have friends that come over. Hey Chevy, how you doing? Appreciate you subscribing there. Yeah, there's a ProMate made in Taiwan breaker bar. I didn't even have a breaker bar. I don't know why. I've never had one. But yeah, there's even 3/4 inch drive wrenches and sockets and stuff in here. Extensions. That's a huge extension. Giant. Big old sockets. Those saved me working on the T-Bird. You put all the big sockets back here and the extensions up front, and then the wrenches where they belong. 13/16 and 7/8. Ward's Lakeside. Those are pretty good stuff. A lot of tools. Yeah, you don't even know. I have like thousands. I have probably $2,000 or $3,000 at least in Milwaukee power tools. It's expensive being a mechanic and wanting decent tools. And my body is kind of gone to hell, so I buy a lot of tools to make things easier for me to work. Right now my shoulder and my neck's killing me. There's another breaker bar. I think I got at least 3 breaker bars in here. Hey Krishna, thanks for sticking around. Appreciate it. We'll leave the breaker bars, extensions in there, and then we'll sort the wrenches in the drawers. I'll put my ratchets down in here too. Yeah, Widow's Diary, PJ, she knows. Her husband did a car restoration and stuff like that, and yeah, it's a lot of money and a lot of tools. And if you buy like Snap-on, you'll be like $50,000 to $100,000 into a decent tool set. I'll bet Snap-on this is probably in the neighborhood of $20,000 to $40,000 or so worth of tools just in this box. Like I say, it's a name brand box. The top is a different brand. The bottom's a good Cornwell. But yeah, I'm going to have to organize all these sockets. Get all these old wrenches. There's another one somebody cut off to fit in a hole. Tools aren't cheap. Well, they add up. Yeah. You'd be like, oh, I got this wrench set for $20, and then I bought this socket set for $150. I bought this. It's not that much, and then you get adding it up, and you're like, wow. Then I had to buy this ratchet set, and then I bought this impact set, and then I bought this drill set. There's $6,000 you just spent on tools, and you really didn't think you was spending all that much a lot of time. This one, I can't even read what it is. It's all brown and cruddy. I have to put that one on the... I got a bench grinder with a wire brush on it, wire wheel. You work on small engines? Yeah, I work on a lot of small engines. I'll show you a cool chainsaw I have right here. That's a parts one. This is one I'm working on. This was actually my grandpa's old Nikola chainsaw. I just actually picked up another one of these that runs. So I'm going to be working on it a little. It needs the carburetor cleaned, but it fires up, starts and runs. So yeah, I work on everything. I don't need books. I've done it my whole life, and I pretty much just go to work. Whole auto light spark plug. I'm taking all this random stuff and throwing it up top, and then I sort it out later. The top's already full of random junk. This is the little stuff you don't ever get to, you don't want to do. Riding mowers. Yeah, I work on riding mowers. I actually did a video for a guy that was having a problem. He spent like $800 on his lawnmower and couldn't get it to work, so. Oh no, I hit you with a mod. If people come in and I know they're real people and they're not crazy trolls or something, I usually give them a wrench. So, makes it easier to connect to all my friends. And then if you, hey Blackbird, how are you? If you want to share out your channel, just type USA and my Nightbot will drop your link. And then you can connect with all my friends. It's so hot, I'm dying. This is actually a 3/4 to 1 inch drive, I believe. That's a big son of a gun. I don't even know if I have any 1 inch sockets. These are the big ones. That's for real big stuff. Slap me your wrench. Hey, Andre. Yeah, like I say, as long as people behave, I give them a wrench. What state am I in? I'm from Idaho. But yeah, I work on all kinds of stuff. I showed a guy how to bypass his safety stuff on his riding mower because something kept messing up and he couldn't get it to run. He's like, man, I spent $750 getting my riding mower fixed and it didn't work still, and in like 45 seconds you teach me how to fix it. Oh, you're far away. Did I go fishing? I really was gonna go fishing. Then I came out here and I was cleaning my spark plug tester and all that up, and then I was like, you know what, I need to organize this. So fishing can wait. My nephew wants me to take him here soon, so Thursday I get to help my nephew. These are a different one. Can't remember what these are called. This is a 1/2 inch W. It's like way bigger than a 1/2 inch, but it's a certain set of wrenches for something special. Like that's a 3/8 and I stick my finger through it. I can't remember what the W stands for. Somebody told me when we were going through my stuff. Yeah, Blackbird, good to get you in here. They say we're my channel's just been taking off. Like I've been getting some viral videos. Now I got 2 lives that just went nuts. So the monkey or the wrench? Well, the monkey has to pick up the wrench, so I guess I come first. There's a pipe somebody cut for some specific job. Got a little trough down it. Say somebody was building something out of that. Say good. Oh, Bella's great. She's playing in the yard. mechanics, any good mechanic, they have so much crazy stuff in their box because they gotta build stuff. Chisel deal. Here's something interesting. Back in my Air Force days, I acquired one of these. It's got a big old brass bob on it. And what this is used for is telling you how much fuel is in a fuel tank. I spent my Air Force days doing, plumb and bob, whatever. Tape and bob, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's got a measuring tape up here. And this hits a plate in the bottom of the fuel tank. We had tanks that held like millions of gallons. And you let this sucker down until you, oh, thanks, Blake. Until you found the spot your tank is supposed to be at, the last known area. And then we'd go, I think it was 3 inches above and 3 inches below. Sometimes we'd put more on there just to cover our butt. And then you drop this down until it went tunk, and you held it tight. You got to hold it real tight. And tunk, it'll hit that plate on the bottom. And you let it sit for a second, and you reel this up. And it'll make a perfect line in the fuel finding paste where the fuel level is at. And then you look at a strapping chart for how big a tank it is and everything. And it'll tell you how many gallons of fuel, jet fuel, was in that big tank just from looking at a tape measure. That was a neat tool. I hung on to one. We had a system. I actually had an oxygen tank in this little building, and it hooked up to a system, and it would shoot a charge of oxygen over, and it'd hit the fuel or whatever, and it'd come back, and it'd tell the computer exactly where it was at and how many gallons was in the tank. But they had problems, and they'd act up, so when the system would go down, up in Alaska, it'd be 50 below zero, and I'd be sitting on top of a 100-foot, 200-foot tall fuel tank with this stupid thing, trying to figure out how much fuel is in it. We'd have to climb the little stairs all the way around the tank up to the top. I'd be up there in like 40 below. Okay, guys. One of my buddies, he was one of them ones that wasn't very faithful to his wife, and they had a bunch of problems, and he lost his wedding ring up there one day, and he was freaking out because he's like, yeah, my wife will think I took it off because I was cheating on her or whatever. They were kind of both cheating on each other. Yeah, I used to sit out on the flight line at 40 below zero and hot refuel F-16s. Because they just come down and they taxi in. We practiced it for combat. They'd pull up running, and I'd be sitting there with a fuel truck or a hydrant pantograph or whatever, and they'd come pulling up, and they'd just sit there and idle, and I'd go over and hook the fuel thing up, and then go over and hold my control, which is metal dead man control. I sit there and hold the control until they were full of fuel, and then I'd unhook it and drag it to the side, and they'd go back to the flight line and turn around. So what we called hot gassing or hot refueling. And then when my toes would get cold, because we had to wear steel-toed boots, I'd go over and stick the end of my boot inside the big diesel exhaust pipe on the truck. Couldn't do that. And then when the jets were sitting there idling, if our hands were cold, we'd go over there with the crew chief, so we'd hold our hands up in the jet blast behind the plane and warm our fingers up. And then mostly we deployed to Qatar, because Al Udeid Air Base Qatar is the biggest fuels base in the world. So we'd go there to, there's more of them W wrenches. You got a whole set of them. But yeah, that's the biggest fuels base in the world. We pumped over 1 million gallons of jet fuel a day. And out on the flight line, it was between 145 and 160 degrees with the heat index every single day, pretty much. In the winter time, at like 9 o'clock at night, it dropped down into the 80s or 90s. But wow, there's some cool wrenches. EF. It's a neat one. But yeah, might actually have to take one of these big drawers and lay all our wrenches out so we can organize them by size. Because when they're all cramped up like this, it's hard to find what you're looking for. But first, I have to go through it all so we know what we got. Do a backflip? I can't really do a backflip anymore there, Sean. I used to be quite athletical in my old days, but I've got old fat man syndrome. Wow, all these up here are regular wrenches too, and this drawer is full. So yeah, we'll move them down to the big drawer. Yeah, over in Qatar, we just hide under the wings of the plane in the shade a little bit all we could, because a lot of time our air conditioners that were pretty much aftermarket bolting in our old, like mostly 80s and 90s fuel trucks, they didn't work. So I actually lost the end of this finger. It grew back. We had some of the little air diverters that go in the air conditioner. You turn them to point it where you want. We'd take the ones that were missing and we'd stick our water in there and it'd keep it cool. And I reached into the wrong hole. I was driving down the flight line. I reached over and that little squirrel cage fan in there took a whole chunk off the end of my finger. I had to call and get somebody to bring me some bandages and stuff because I was training a guy and had to call for help because I was just shooting blood out of the end of my finger. Yeah, I think we're going to take this big drawer out. It just pulls up and comes out. And dump a little bit left out of it. This one is now going to be our SAE wrench deal. Yeah, I did a lot of crazy stuff. Then I was at, I spent 4 years in First Special Ops. This finger. The one that cranks up, you go, do, 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 that one. Now I don't do, 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 do very good. These W ones, I'm going to put them to the side. I can't remember what those was. What we doing tonight? We're going through tools, sorting them out. Trying to organize things. When I work on my projects, it's a little easier. Homemade crack pipe? Heck yeah. Cut my thumb off and it took over 300 stitch. Oh man. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm getting too old to do stuff like that. It hurts too much. Another one of the W ones. These W ones are wild. I'm kind of sort some of this bigger stuff down here. Oh, homemade crack pipe, yeah. Anyway, there's 194 in here still. Appreciate it, guys. They saved it, thank God. Yeah, my buddy up at my last base here in Mountain Home, he was reeling in his son's winch on his truck, and he had a big heavy metal winch bumper. And I think he was talking to somebody, he wasn't paying attention, he was winching that in, and the cable got tight, and it cut off his shooting finger, trigger finger. And this is a old redneck dude like me that all kind of hunting and all that. So yeah, he went to this one special doctor that was like, yeah, you can pay me a whole bunch more money. Oh, appreciate it, Santos. That you can pay me a whole bunch of money and I'll fix it to where it works. And they went in there and did a special surgery, like micro attached all the little nerves and tendons and everything supposedly. It didn't work. His finger's all stiff. He can do this, but he can't do the trigger pull. But yeah, things happen. What do you do? You just got to learn how to cope, how to do your daily tasks. Missing part of you. Yeah, this one, somebody like soldered on a piece of pipe on this little blower air nozzle deal, so they could turn it and get into somewhere they needed to blow something out. They just took a piece of tubing and then just took and brazed it, soldered whatever onto this pipe. Make their own special sprayer. Another ratchet. These are handy. These on our horse walker to tension the lines. Hey Matthew, appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much. Really helps. I mostly live on VA disability, and then I got a little job for some old people by me that I train horses. I work with race horses, so YouTube's kind of my income to try to get things working. Hey Kevin, how you doing? Yeah, it's hard to live anymore. I live in a fifth wheel camper because I can't afford a house. Hey ANC, how you doing, my friend? Appreciate you. Yeah, I did it for all you guys. That's kind of sacrificed myself to help others. I do that a lot. I just sent one of my YouTube friends that's real cool. I sent her a couple $100 to help out with her dialysis stuff, because she doesn't have much. She's over in the Philippines and she's been on dialysis for 8 years, and she's got several little kids, and she's just trying to live so she can prior Air Force as well. You got some great stuff here. Oh, thanks, brother. Yeah, I'm building my Thunderbird right now. I'm waiting to hear back from Aces, because I got my new Aces ignition system isn't firing. I think I got a bad computer or something. Everything's doing what it should, but it's not sending power to the coil. So I'm waiting to hear back. Hey, Jose, fantastic Bill. How are you, my friend? Got a whole bunch more grinder discs and cutoff wheels and cutoff deals for my air tool and all that. Those are expensive and very handy when you're working on old cars. One of my best tools, though, I just bought it at a yard sale for $20. I got a Cummins brand bench grinder. I am a cartel member. We can help you. Oh, appreciate it. But I bought this Cummins bench grinder. It's got the grinder on one side and a nice light fine wire wheel on the other side. That's what I've been using a lot lately, because I tore my intake off and I've been cleaning, wire brushing all the parts on my motor and then hand painting each and every piece to make it look good. And when you build stuff, if you take something off, you should always paint it and make it look like brand new. And the other thing, a lot of people will tell you, oh, you don't see the engine. Hey, thanks, brother. But you don't see like the engine a whole lot unless you got the hood open at a car show. You don't see the transmission much at all. But when it's painted, you keep it clean and freshly painted. If you get a leak or something, you can see exactly where the leak started and come down the paint. So even if you're not doing it for looks, it'll actually help you working on your car. Hello, Susanna. How are you, my friend? Yeah, it helps so much. And like I said, I take pride in my work. Here's a little wedge. Tool handle wedge. Looked like it had a little metal ones and then the wood one, and it looked like they used the metal one. Hey, appreciate it, my friend. Thank you from Australia, K Brand. Thank you. Appreciate it, my friend. But yeah, it's those little details, and I take pride knowing Rick Bork. Hello, Bailey. How are you? Yeah, I take pride in knowing that if someone gets that and they look at it, that like when they get under it, the transmission is just beautifully painted and all clean and everything else. 2 Mountain Dews on tonight. Who's copying? There's somebody else with a Mountain Dew hat. This guy. I love the name, brother. Hey, take care, PJ. Love you. Panay and Spudville, how you doing, neighbor? One of these days, me and Panay and Spudville are going to get together and hang out and do some video or something, because she lives a couple 100 miles away from me. So we definitely got to meet up. I've had YouTube friends come over and hang out, like different car guys from like Texas, and I can't remember where the one was from. He's over there in the Carolinas, I think. And I've had a guy come up from Arkansas, and a bunch of friends. When they come through, they stop by and chat, you know. It's pretty cool. A little meetup. But yeah, I'm always out to help people. I do a lot of volunteer work. I got a lot of my neighbors around here. We lost a couple last year, but there's a lot of my neighbors I grew up with that are like in their 70s and 80s, and I go take care of them, do work for them. Rick Bork's a tad uptight. But yeah, it's always good to help people out, do service. There's a test light. Where's the bulb at? It's probably in the handle that the guy painted when he painted the toolbox. The screwdriver handle is supposed to be clear. I think he left most of his tools in here and painted it. I think the bulb's in here, so I have to clean it all off. You can hardly turn that sucker. But yeah, that's a look like a pretty good quality test light. Neat, but yeah, I think bulb's right there. She dirty. There's a DeWalt deal for holding your screw. Put your screw in there and you pull that out, and then when you drill it, it holds it from falling off. Maybe he let the trails get his feelers. He was teased a lot as a child. Okay, Rick. Nice. Yeah, this drawer is pretty much a junk drawer. Oh, in here, Central Pneumatic. This was for a air tool kit. Yeah, this is for that die grinder that's in here. Kept the book on it. Saw blade, those are always handy. Avante Pro, I never heard of that one. For heavy metal. Yeah, I just figured we'd hang out in the shop tonight, go through some stuff. Here's like a compression tester. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be for sure, because it's in, it goes up to 5,000 PSI, so it's not for cylinder compression. Stuff we accumulate over the years. Yeah, I just bought this. This was belonged to a little old man that passed away. I bought his tool collection. Decent little filter wrench. Kind of small. It's a small oil filter. Like a Honda or something. You can do your shop when I'm done. Heck yeah. But yeah, that's the cool thing. Like, you can save a lot of money picking up stuff like this. You say, I don't know if you're here. I paid $200 for this Cornwell toolbox, clear full of tools. There's a chalk line. Have checked, see if it's got good chalk in it. Some of these clampy deals, you can hold stuff on the workbench or whatever. Football is back, Spudville. So fun. Exactly, yeah. Like I say, you go pay the Snap-on truck, man, you're going to spend a fortune. I got on my buddy's Matco truck once, and I was looking at like a little 8 or 10 socket or something set, piece of rubber. And I was like, oh, how much can I get this for? And I think he told me 170, or might have just been 75 bucks. I don't remember, but yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, I love buying tools. I was just thinking I gotta get my grinder charged. I got my Milwaukee grinder and some other stuff in here. I get tools from all that over, like this little Dremel set. I really like this. It even comes with a bunch of deals of polishing compounds and stuff. Like a gazillion different Dremel deals. I got this off Temu for like $10. These are all little things, little sanding discs and stuff, and there's, you know, all different sizes right there. That's polishing compound and different stuff. It has all these little polishing discs and different sanding discs, and some things you can buy cheap and some things you want to buy decent. So like you need to do some cheap little electrical stuff, boom, like a couple bucks at Harbor Freight. Started doing Bridgeport and manual lathe stuff. Milling should have been where I started my life. That's awesome, man. I need to get into some of that, but a lot of machining tools are expensive to get started. Here's a real air fitting. Looked like they had this into some kind of line. And it's got a little flex hose that goes to a little air nozzle. Might have been in like a semi or some kind of big equipment in the airline. So expensive, yeah. You watch these guys that are like retiring and stuff on Craigslist, and they're like, yeah, I got this milling machine and I'm willing to let it go for nothing because I'm retiring. Let's go with $14,000. And you're like, if you look into it, it was probably $100,000 machine when he bought it. So some of them are trying to take advantage of you, but some of that stuff really is that expensive. But yeah, I gotta get these done. Let's see. I got these. Oh, those are the same brand as the new wrenches I bought. My buddy Ari from YouTube, he bought me these for my birthday last year. Whole crow's foot set. Comes with a short and a long extension and all the SAE and metric crow's feet. Really good guy there, good friend. Yeah, I acquire tools as I can. I bought some cheap ones. Let's see. We got this nut cert tool here. Got all the different dies. That's so handy working on old cars, like putting on rear view mirrors, stuff like that. I put these little chrome tie down deals all down the side of my bed with it. Yeah, I think so, Z. Yeah, you just put the little nut cert rivet deal on there, screw it in, and drill a hole, and just put it in whatever you're doing, and you screw it out and put a bolt in it. That thing's so handy. But yeah, this is like, I think I paid like $30 for the whole set on Amazon. Thing is, I think these little nut certs, I think they're like Chinese or something. They're not the best. Anything with the Cummins? No, I don't work. I used to work. The people I work horses for, they needed a mechanic like last year. And I went and did mechanic work on their trucks and stuff. Did a lot of big diesel work. But I want to get a diesel pickup so I can pull my camper that I live in, so that eventually when I get all my bills paid off and stuff, I can retire. J Money, hello. I want to retire and just drive around, travel the country, and do YouTube videos while I do it. Yeah, here's a little pry bar. That's a good one. Pulling nails and stuff. What's up, J Money? How you doing? But yeah, this is pretty cool stuff. Got a lot of nice things. More socket organizers in here. You see the same as I am. I bought a bunch of these and I used them once. What's up, nice truck? Hey, thanks. You watched my truck video? It's a little dark. Go out there. I got a 76 Ford F100 and it's all lifted on 35s. Oh, old spark plug wires. Don't need those in my box. It's handy to have them somewhere in case you need a spare if one breaks or something, but not in my toolbox. Yeah, I love my pickup. I got a nice little geo tracker too, and I put a snow plow on my geo tracker in the winter, and I plow out people's driveways for them. Hey, Jay's Arm, how are you, my friend? Let's see, I'm gonna leave this on. Yeah, this is one of my favorite new tools, though. It's pretty cool. Not a lot of people seen these old spark plug cleaners and testers. I'm gonna do a video on that soon. I'm gonna clean the glasses in there so you can see the spark better, because they're dirty. So you can see outside. Here's a fun car. This is one I got a lot of work to do to build. This is one of 500 ever made Bradley GT2. Has the gull-wing doors that fold up. And this is the car I started my channel with. It needs a paint job still, but it's my old 62 T-Bird. My dad's a junk collector, so the place is crazy. But yeah, this is slide over steering wheel, all new white interior. It just needs cleaned up good. I got a 66 Rambler sitting here. Gonna be a cool future project. Yeah. Yeah, I got the hood off of it right now. We're gonna do a V8 swap on this. Got one of the headlights I took out for, I think, my T-Bird. But yeah, that'll be a fun little car. Sun's about gone for today. Beautiful sunset. Hey, Jay's Arm, thank you, appreciate it. Thanks for becoming a member. We got this little dune buggy here. I bought it for parts, kind of, for the Bradley, but I think we're gonna get that done too. Hey, Charlie Woofy, thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, I love my 62 T-Bird. That thing is sweet. It's one of the most beautiful cars ever made as far as I'm concerned. My truck's out in the field by my boat. Can get up and walk. I've been sitting down too long. I'm on here an hour and 3 minutes. That's good. I appreciate all of you hanging out. Ryan, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy. I gotta find out what he's doing with it. Horse caulk. You like horse caulk? Never pronounced an L harder in my life. Caulk. Somebody gave my brother this little Ford F-150 for $100. Then this red one here I picked up from my dad. It's an F-250. We got it for $300, and by the time we finished building it and got it going and everything, we're about $400 on the budget. My camper from my viral video, I gotta fix the cable. One of the clips slid on it, one of the clamps on my wire on it, the cable. It slipped and it's all messed up. No, that's the it's got a 460 gas motor in it. We got a diesel one with it for the $300 for parts, and I gotta see if see what's wrong with the diesel motor, because just for the heck of it, I was thinking about doing a 7.3 IDI swap on this truck. This is my 76 F100. I love this truck. It's my baby. It's sitting. It's got a lift on it, and it's sitting on 35s. Can't see it very well. It's getting too dark. But yeah, it's a pretty old truck. It was red and really nasty when I got it, so I cleaned it all up. Man, it's getting dark fast. You see my face when I walked out here 2 minutes ago. Got a little go-kart there. I rode that the other day while I was doing live. Can't really see it either. Bought the go-kart in pieces for 200 bucks and put it all together. I'll sell it, make a little money. That's what I do. I pick up cheap stuff and build it and try to make some money off of it. Pretty good gig sometimes, but so expensive to build them. I've just put like $2,000 worth of upgrades on my 429 and my 68 Thunderbird. Right now I'm waiting to hear from Aces, see if I need to exchange my computer or what to get spark on my T-Bird. So I put a really crazy all electronic pro like racing ignition in it. I put one of the new Edelbrock VRS 4150 race carbs on it. It's a pretty wild car. A Jeep would count as cheap. Oh, Jeeps, they can get real expensive too, building them. Yeah, we'll get back to the shop. But yeah, like I say, I collect antiques, all kinds of stuff in my shop. So much of a mess. Can't work in here right now. Yeah, my flat screen here, so watch stuff. Oh, there's my new tripod. I was looking for that. I set it on my toolbox. It disappeared. Knife honing set. Let's see here. If we can get to this. I'll show you my sign I wanted at a car show. They did a raffle deal. I won this sign, laid back garage. Got a bunch of cool Mopars and stuff on there. Pretty neat. Well, I got all kinds of decorative signs and stuff in here, trying to church the place up. I think every paycheck I'm going to start getting a bundle of insulation. We'll insulate this place. Got the man cave rules back there. I just picked this one up in a bundle of stuff on Marketplace. Got tools. They better not be mine. I like all cars, really. Let's see. I don't know where the rest of those signs went. I had a really nice one that I liked. Is that it? Yeah, right here. Trick Flow. I just ordered Trick Flow. What you call it? Oh, powder coated. I bought some Trick Flow powder coated. This is just a little shed. My best friend's dad died, and they had this 10 by 20 little bully barn. And hey, take care of this guy. Appreciate it. And he passed away, and she had to sell the house, so she sold me this 10 by 20 bully barn for $200. I think I got a dirty spot there. Freaking touching all these tools. Rub my nose. But yeah, I just like working out here, doing what I can. And Charlie, and get you a wrench here. Seen a mouse in here too. Hey, Sleepy Joe, how you doing? Oh, let's see. Yeah, we'll just kick back in here and chat for a bit. I think I'm about done messing with this for today. Where'd I put my little metal deal? Oh, here it is. It's my special phone holding wire. Yeah, my best friend, his dad lost his arm and his leg at a job that he had. And they were getting a huge settlement. forever, like probably 40 years. He was making a fortune off his settlement. And then when he passed away, they lost it all, but they still had a ton of bills. So they ended up having to sell the house. They were so far in debt on it. And now his wife lives out at another place. I go out and help her out whenever she needs stuff. Ford! Yeah? Yeah, whenever she needs help with something, she calls me. I go help her, and I helped her move and everything. And she's like, you know what? If you want this bully barn, I'm not going to get any more out of the house with it. So just give me $200 and it's yours. So helped her out, and I got a little shop to work on things. And I need to get it cleaned out, and I have an old trailer frame out here that's 10 by 20. It'll fit right under this. So and get everything straightened out, jacked up, put it on a frame. Hard to find a Ford F1. It depends on what year. Yeah, the old like 50s and 40s F1s. They can be a little harder to find. Some guy posted a body. It's missing the axles is all. A 59 Ford pickup. And I'm really thinking about coming up with the money and picking it up and painting up and redoing the 1959 body and putting it on my pickup. So I'll have a big jacked up 59 Ford. Pretty cool. Got the guy at the junkyard, he's got an old step side bed I could put on there, a short bed. The step side bed was the same from like 55 up. So, hey, Nightbot, Angie, appreciate you sticking around, my friend. But yeah, I think it'd look really cool to have a done up 59 lifted Ford rather than a 76. So it's got an old Y block in the old Ford. It's all still there. They just took the axles. Still has the old Y block transmission, everything. I think it's probably a 292. But I'm gonna rebuild a 390 to put in my pickup. And I got a 4-speed in it. Thought it was Landon's live. I always think that too. Nightbot tries to claim all my stuff. I'll get Jay's arm a wrench here. I take care of my good friends there. But yeah, I redo a lot of stuff. I collect a lot of fishing stuff. Got all this antique fishing poles sitting in here. Going through them, putting new line on some, doing some up. Might have to start getting rid of some. Just picked up, I don't know where they went, probably over there. I just picked up 3 more bamboo fly rods, all handmade. Here's a cool big rod I need to do up. Bought a whole stack of old fishing rods for $20. It's a big like spinning reel. This one's got a big old reel on it too. It's a big old thick pole. This one's eagle claw. Old eagle claw pole. I got one up here on my toolbox. It's a huge son of a gun. I love to fish. I fish a lot. Tough it out, Nightbot. For a small fee, Landon could watch. Yeah. Yeah, this one's huge. It's a telescoping pole. It's like 12 foot, 10 foot. 10 foot long Cabela's surf rod. A little plastic cap that sits on here. Pretty nice rig, yeah. Yeah, I got some cool ones. Got some old ones with the roller tips and big pen reels on them and stuff. But yeah, I need to cut down my collection, take the ones that aren't any good and get rid of them. I hate to get rid of like the eyes and stuff because you can always wind a new eye on the old pole. You break an eye, you just cut the string and then rewind a new one on. But yeah, I do a lot of live streams on my boat. I got a little John boat, a little trolling motor on there, and then I got a little electric trolling motor on there. I had a company send me a free lithium-ion battery. I'm supposed to get another one here soon from another company. One with a casting reel. Oh yeah, these are more of a big casting reel. These are huge. Like these would be a good casting reel. We're talking about a bait caster type. We've got some of these big bait casters. We got this one. You see a lot of people use them for fly fishing. Actually has a little finger break on here kind of deal. But it's a big El Capitan or something like that. It's made by some big Fluger. Yeah, it's a Fluger Captain. Made in USA. That's an old one. Yeah. So there's a here's a great big pen that I just bought at a yard sale for like $3. Great big pen reel. Got the gold handle. Gotta get it put on something. And these are one of my most used reels. This is kind of a newer one. But this is a Mitchell 300. Got a lot of Mitchells. You see, I collect a lot of antique stuff. I'll show you. I got an antique box over here in my trailer I'll grab. Take you guys out into the night with me. Oh, I pick up a lot of stuff at yard sales. But yeah, I went to one a couple years ago. Got a bunch of nice stuff. This is a cool old box. This old box, I don't use it. It's even got an extra push button you got to push to open it so it doesn't accidentally fall open. I'll show you one of my coolest deals. I did a video on these, but the Fish Areno from, what is it? South Bend. This is South Bend lure. I'll show you here. Put my, I did a video on a lot of my old lures and stuff. If you open this up, it has the original rigged up Fisherino lure in there. They had the Fisherino, Bassarino, Trouterino. But the warranty card in here, because it's guaranteed to catch fish, was date sold 6/21/1933. This lure was sold in 1933. And if you don't catch fish on it, you can bring it back and they'll give you your money back. Not a toolbox if it's not a snap-on. Yeah, I'm not rich enough for a snap-on box. This one's a Cornwell I picked up for $200 full of tools. There's Martin plugs. I think this was Panther Martin before they added Panther to the name, I think. I appreciate you coming, Walter. But yeah, like this one, it's got the old Martin plug lure in there. If I could, I'd afford a snap-on, but I'm a disabled veteran, so I pick up stuff cheap. Yeah, I got all kinds of nice, like 20s and 30s and stuff like that. Yeah, it's got character. It's old. It's beat up. I think it's funny that they have a magnetic sign on there that says magnetic signs. Probably an ad deal or something. But yeah, like I say, I bought this whole box clear full of really nice tools. There's a lot of different brands, like Big Crazy stuff, everything. Paid $200 for the whole box. I think that's an 1.5-inch socket, 3/4 inch drive. A lot of cool stuff. Antigua saying hello. The name's Dion. Hello, Dion. So pretty. Appreciate you coming. I say, I don't even think I have any 1-inch sockets, but this is a Blackhawk 3/4 to 1-inch adapter. My dad might have some 1-inch. I don't think there's any in here. lot of 3/4 inch stuff. I say these sockets, they cost big money. Makes it look unique. Yeah, that's right. Hey, Dep Manny, how you doing, my friend? Appreciate you. Appreciate the sub. It's not Toolbox that gets the job done. It's the person that owns it. That's right. Hey, what's up, Billy? Mr. Turning Guns. Yeah, I do a lot of mechanic work. I got over 900 videos on here. A lot of them are either fishing, dogs, or mechanicking. I think I'm fairly competent mechanic. Not gonna tell you I'm the best, but I've about a year ago, for a while, I had to help out my boss on the ranch, and I worked as a heavy machinery mechanic. I was servicing backhoes and working on big diesel equipment. Put some new injectors into some of these new. I think the one I was working on was Cummins. No, it was a Cat. And you actually, the injectors actually have a code on them. And when you program them to make it run just right, it'll run. But to make it run right, you have to get the codes off the injector and program them in with a computer. That's pretty crazy. I'm mainly a Ford guy, but I mostly prefer anything 60s or older on cars. And trucks, I'll go up into the 70s. They built some pretty good trucks. I have a 76 F100. But I used to have a beautiful 1968 Buick Skylark convertible with white diamond tuck interior and a red and white Corvette paint job. That was pretty cool. But yeah, I think one of my favorite cars ever is my 62 T-Bird. A Isuzu, I got an Isuzu motor out of a Chevy Love sitting right out here with a 4-speed transmission, I believe. Yeah, it's getting dark now. I went out and showed them a minute ago. I got a 62 T-Bird sitting out here. It sat behind a Mexican restaurant here for about 25 years or so. And I finally got with one of the kids that had got it, and they'd had it fully restored, but the paint's faded off. Got a lot of clear coat coming off, and paint's all rough. But the interior is still like brand new and everything. I paid $800 for it. And I put a little lawnmower gas tank under the hood and cleaned the carburetor and drove it home. But then I have a 68 T-Bird sitting out front. It's the very first year. It has the 429 Thunderjet in it. That thing's a monster. Willie's Jeep. Yep, my dad had one that he picked up for $500. An old farmer had out here in his field. It was a 1958. My little brother has that. And my little brother also has a International Scout, I believe it's 74. But yeah, I work on everything. I do everything. I don't really need books. Every once in a while, I'll look up like torque patterns and stuff like that. Or anyone know about 1941 International? The thing's been in the barn forever. Heard that the motor is sought after. It depends. There's a lot of old International motors that are sought after, and Internationals are really tough, and they don't have a high top speed. They're mostly geared really low, so they'll out climb, out pull all that over most outfits. I used to have a 1968 International Travel. Yeah, I had a 392 in mine turning guns. The 345 was also a good motor. And then they had a little 4-cylinder in some of the Internationals. And it was literally like they put a plate over one head on like a 345. The other side just had a plate over it, and they didn't put those pistons and rods in it. Yeah, they're low torque. I mean, they're a mean outfit. But yeah, there are some International motors that are really sought after. But yeah, my buddy's dad had a big quad cab, big 4-door International pickup back when we were kids. They aren't cheap though, yeah. Hey, thanks, Lindy. But our bus got stuck, and they sent 2 trucks out from the bus barn, and these 2 trucks was trying to pull the bus out of the snowdrift. And my buddy's dad come out there and he goes, "Yeah, just get out of the way." And they're like, "Well, we'll hook onto you too." And he, "No, just get out of the way." And he got in his old international pickup and just ripped that bus right out of the school bus. Turned it into a turd. Going from 29s to 33s really slowed it down with 355s. See, I have 350 gears in mine, running a 360 V8. I'm running 35-inch tires. I'm guessing you have a V6 or maybe even a 4-cylinder. I put some, I think they're about 30s on my Geo tracker. They're like 29s, 30s, something like that. 351, okay. Huh. Yeah, you might need to drop her down to like some 411s or something. Did you watch some of my videos? My truck rips, and I took it all the way to Rigby to pick up a boat motor. I was doing 85 down the interstate with my 35s. It was nothing. Me and my dad owned together a couple 78 Ford trucks, 2013 Boss 302 Mustang, awesome. 15 Mustang, 22 Mustang with a Whipple supercharger. Salerno, I think number 248, and a couple Fox bodies. Hey, that's awesome. You didn't see my one earlier. I got a old 60s Bradley GT2 kit car out here that's one of 500. Yeah, my 68 that I'm souping all up, it's got a 429 Thunderjet in it, and it's running a brand new. They're still hard to get, but I have a friend through Edelbrock. It's got the new Edelbrock 41 VRS 4150 race carb on it, and then I'm putting a new Aces racing ignition set on it. It has a 5-inch touchscreen programmer in the car, and you can set up 12-volt switches, and you can have a different mode for burnouts, a different mode for launching, and a different mode for ramp or whatever. And you kick a switch and it changes all your timing curve and everything for, and a rev limiter for what you're doing. Yeah, that thing, it's mean. Those 429s are a monster. Used to run a lot hotter, but it's probably the fastest 5,000-pound truck with 200 horsepower. Have Ligma. My father owned one with Ligma back in. I don't know anything about that. That truck, I'm trying to get a buddy to help me pull out of the barn so I can figure out what to do with it. Oh man, I wish I was around there. I'd buy it from you. I've had a friend on here. He's gotten, I think, a truck and a car now that subscribers to his YouTube channel. They just like got a hold of him. They like texted him or emailed him or whatever and was like, "Hey dude, if you want this car, you can have it." And he drove down to Texas and fixed the car. Show you the kit car. See, we got a light around here somewhere. It's in rough shape. I gotta build it, but yeah, it's one of 500 Bradley GT2s. Oh, it's got some nice turbine wheels on it right now. Usually I use my flashlight on my phone. So I don't even know if I got a big spotlight there, but the battery died on it. We'll see if we can find some light up our world here. Wish I pull a plug-in light out because it's just right outside my shop here. It's right there. You can't see it. Yeah. Has Sigma on the rear differential. Oh, that's cool. As moderator, I'm trying to get you guys that are legit in here and get you wrenches so you can chat with each other and it's easier to connect. We did have an old 2000s Kia Besta van. That's cool. Oh, where's my freaking flashlights? I haven't used them in years. Not much. My one awesome flashlight, here's a car deal. for those of you that missed it. You got this, just bought this spark plug cleaner and tester. Got that for $50. It's pretty awesome. This is a machinist toolbox I bought at a yard sale. It's full of machinist kind of tools. But yeah, got a lot of stuff. Pepsi machine, whatever. Where the heck's my flashlights at, people? Yeah, those are pretty cool. And like I say, a lot of people online and that are wanting $250 to $500 for one of them old spark plug cleaners. And this guy was moving and he posted it for, oh, look at that. He posted it for $50. There, we can see a kit car now. What I'm going to do with this, I bought a dune buggy because the dune buggy has the pinto beans plate to put a 2.3 Ford motor in this. Has the doors, the gull wing doors. And yeah, this is one of 500 in existence, and that was back in the 60s. This back window actually opens. It's got a little latch down here. It opens up. But yeah, this sits on top of a Volkswagen Beetle. See, the engine cover is locked. No, it's not. But yeah, it's got a, doesn't have the transaxle. I gotta find a, yeah, the, can't think what it's called right now. The independent suspension, or IRS transaxle. But yeah, that plate there is the adapter to put a 2.3 in there. And I have two Mustang 2.3 turbos with over 250 horse. And when they built these, they mostly had like 40 horsepower with a Volkswagen motor. Yeah, I'm gonna get it cleaned out and everything. But it's got a lot of dash stuff in there. Got all the instruments and all that stuff. Got to put new floor pans in it. I'm thinking something as wild as this. I've got to go lime green. Like a really bright neon lime green kind of thing. I've seen one done up. Looks pretty cool. But I got my light now. I can do like Blair Witch. Oh, that's funny. My electric bike's right here. I could turn the headlight on. Oh, my battery's not on it. It's in the house charging. Right? Freaking put a adapter in there and put my 429 big block in there. Even a little like 30250 with a tunnel ram or something would be pretty awesome. First color to come to my mind, right? Hey Juliet, how are you, my friend? Yeah, as soon as I got that car, I was like, this thing has to be like an obnoxious lime green, like it's like a Lamborghini or something, you know? It's got that supercar look. I'll show you guys the setup I got in my 68. I haven't really shown it off much with all my wire routing and all that stuff that I'm working on. Yeah, I put an old Ford FE engine in there. I got some of those laying around. Happy Sunday, Juliet. Appreciate you coming. That's cool. I have a magnet phone case, so I can magnet my light onto my phone. Let's see, my dad's got a lot of junk out here. This is my old 68 T-Bird. I bought this for $800. I've been practicing some body work. I'm learning. Looked like a cannonball hit the side of it. It's kind of dirty because all the dust out here on the farm. The kit car came white as it is right now. Okay, guys, here we go. Oh, a lot of bugs out here. Yeah, I'm painting this all up. I still got to paint these sides of the head and the timing cover and stuff, but I pulled the intake, painted all that, resealed it. That's the new awesome Edelbrock. Things get really nasty and dusty out here on the farm, and we live on a dirt road. And then this is the new. I think the computer something messed up and it's not firing. Yeah, this is the new Aces ignition system, High Roller Pro ignition setup. But yeah, I gotta get that. Probably have to exchange this computer out because it's not sending power to the either that or there's something going on with the distributor. But yeah, it's got like the Aces Jackpot High Pro High Roller distributor, all that stuff. But yeah, this 429 is a monster. They got all these aluminum connectors, and then these have the ceramic ends on them. Say Aces High Roller. They charge $150 for a set of those wires, and they're all custom cut and everything. Trying to get everything running and looking pretty clean on it. But I took out the air conditioning pump. I'm going to take out the rest of the whole setup. And I'm thinking about taking out the entire climate air box thing in here and just putting a metal plate in there and mounting the Aces stuff to that. So, but yeah, this is all dusty, but I think that's what I'm going to use to paint it is John Deere green implement paint. You can get single stage like the old cars was painted in for like $45 a gallon. So, real cheap paint job. I actually went all the way to Boise, drove 300 miles, something like that, to pick up these old Ford turbine wheels. Guy had them for, I think it was $50 for the whole set. Junkyard give you about 150. I got over $2,000 into the carburetor and ignition system, and that thing just pushing over 400 horse. Keys YouTube channel. Keys Custom is sponsored by Aces. I promise, I'm not lying. That's cool. Yeah, there's getting to be a bunch of people getting sponsored by Aces, trying to get their name out there with like Sniper and stuff like that. When I got my viral video, hey Choco Joy, got my viral video on my little tent camper that I bought for $150, and people are telling me that I threw away my money and all that. Yeah, turning guns, you go on most things, it's still sold out. But I got this 18-year-old girl down in Florida that's been building Edelbrock carbs since she was 13 years old. She went viral on Facebook, and she has a YouTube channel also. And she actually got to announce the release of that carb at like Daytona or something like that. She went out on the racetrack at like the Daytona 500 and announced the release of that carb. And she's like sponsored and all that by Edelbrock, and she's a representative for them and carb rebuild facility. So I think my brother, he buys the old models, puts a lot of money into them. He died he really did. Oh, sorry, brother. Hate to hear about that. Hey, Choco Joy, I love you. But yeah, I enjoy doing this, building them, you know. It doesn't matter what I spend on them. I buy a little when I can and try to build them, and sometimes I end up flipping them. Sometimes you make some pretty good money at it. Or carb for you. The only time I'd switch over to fuel injection is the like the EFI and stuff would be if I was adding like a supercharger or turbo. Yeah, that's right, Juliet. Makes you happy. Doesn't matter what it costs or whatever. But yeah, like I don't know. I just had a friend. He spent over $50,000 restoring his '64 Ford Galaxy XL, and he switched to a Holly sniper on it, and it just keeps breaking down, leaving him stranded. You prefer Holly? Well, here's the deal. Holly's going away from carbs. Holly bought Wyand, which was building the tunnel rams for these big block Fords and stuff like that, and they're just shutting it down. So they're going away from all that. They're trying to go strictly EFI, and their products have gone downhill so bad. I have a YouTube buddy. He switched it out, tried 3 different Holly carbs on his Ranchero build, and he ended up having to switch to an Edelbrock because the bases on them were so warped he couldn't even get them sealed to the engine. But that particular carb, the reason they're having a hard time getting them is because there's one man and they have him in a room and they have this whole shelf of the actual carb bodies, and he actually presses every piece into it, and he'll press a piece in and he puts it on a bench and he vacuum tests it for leaks, and then he'll take it over and he'll press another piece into it and he checks it for leaks, and he hand builds every one of those carburetors. My friend I'm going blank tonight. Good friend of mine, Andy Wood, he can't think of his channel name right now. He has a really famous Ford truck named Casper, and he works with David Vizard, who's very famous, and he's wrote probably like 100 different books at least on performance builds, and he's one of the best engineers in that. Living life that matters. Yeah, that's the hard thing, trying to pay for things when you're disabled and stuff. But yeah, I'm building them. I'm working on it little by little. But oh, Unity Motorsports, Andy Wood. He's got a Ford called Casper, and he had a tunnel ram on there. And him and David Vizard, I think they spent like 5 years building and tuning these Holly Dominators to run on his race truck. And he went and did a tour. You can go watch it on his thing of the Edelbrock facility, and you can watch the guy build one of those. Hey, Steele, you can watch the guy hand build one of these VRS carbs, and he took 2 of those straight out of the box, didn't adjust a screw on them, set them onto Casper, and then he just took it up to the racetrack, and he set personal best times every time he ran it down the track. Hey, thanks, General. Appreciate it. Bought that at the grocery store here. But yeah, every single time he run that truck, it got faster. And now he's going to custom tune that car because it can do a whole lot better. And then he's got a new Casper-matic transmission is what they call it. It's actually named after his truck. Hey, thanks, Matthew. Appreciate it. You have a good night. And this truck has a special valve body and everything for racing that John Cope at Cope Racing Transmissions built it for him. And he's going to put this new Ford transmission in there and then do it all up for in the 68. For now, we're just doing the ignition, the carb mods, stuff like that. But eventually I might do more of a build like my friend over at Two Hacks Garage did. He has the same car. He turned it into a 521 stroker, and he's probably running 700 plus horse out of it. It's a 4,200 pound car, and when he's run it down the track, he can actually pull the front wheel off the ground in it. So one day might get something like that. That's kind of why I'm stripping off like the air conditioning stuff, things like that, dropping the weight on it. Mine's actually a lot more loaded than his. Mine has a fiber optic deal in the back window with a little ball for each of the like 8 taillights. And that's got the factory blinking taillights. My brain's going dead tonight. But yeah, it's got all the extras on it and everything. Any ATVs? I just have a go-kart right now. I haven't ever been able to afford a 4-wheeler and stuff. I have an old dirt bike from the 70s out here. But yeah, there's some crazy builds out there, and I have no problem with Ollie or anything. I prefer Edelbrock myself. Sequential, yeah. I have sequential taillights, so they blink in a row. But yeah, I have a little fiber optic deal in my back window. It'll show you if you have a bulb out or anything. There's fiber optics on each bulb, and then all the cables run up to that little light deal. Keep it up. Good thing. Come to good people. Good night. Hey, good night, brother. Thank you. Just kidding about the junkyard. Hey, no hard feelings, brother. We all joke. Especially all of us that like Fords and Chevys and Dodges. We all get into it. The other night we were talking about how we all needed to just get together and hate EVs. Have the EV crowd and the gas crowd more than the imports and different stuff, you know. But buffering, huh? Be right back. Hey Luke, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Appreciate you coming by. We're just hanging out and talking in the shed. I was going through this Cornwell toolbox that I picked up. I bought this old toolbox full of tools at a yard sale for $200. So we're kind of going through some different stuff in it. There's my little fishing pole. Fishing hasn't been very good. I've been going to do a video on this. They were selling these for like $40 at Walmart, and I ended up buying one at a yard sale for $1. The line goes through the pole, so it's not supposed to like get all crazy and gnarled up. But it's a little telescoping fishing pole. I'm gonna try to catch some stuff on it. Be $1,000 in California, yeah. Junk. You have a few, see, no. See, my problem is Ford is the only one still that hasn't taken all the government money to keep going. Dodge actually took government bailouts and stuff in like 1970. Dodge would have went out of business, but they just built a new tank. Thanks, Luke. They just built a new tank for the military, and if they'd have let Dodge go out of business, it would have cost them a lot of money to try to get somebody to build those parts. With a legal immigrant in California and then buying a taco truck and opening business in Florida. Yeah, sounds like a good time, brother. Elite Digital Press USA. Appreciate you coming. Yeah, this is kind of a neat little fishing pole, and it casts really well, and it's worked really well. But the fish just aren't really biting right now. It's been a real weird hot year. But yeah, I'm going to carry that in the trunk of my car, but I kind of want to do some videos on it. One of my favorite fishing poles, I got it right here. I need to put a better reel on it. My restriction is the size is kind of odd. This is an old solid steel fishing pole, and it's still like brand new. And instead of cork on here, it has wood. I just stuck this old reel on it because it's a smaller thing here. I think I can fit an old Mitchell on there. It has a cork handle here with a nice little metal end. But yeah, this is beautiful wood here. I used to keep this behind the seat of my pickup. I'm from Idaho. Manny. I actually did a really cool live a while back. You can find it on my lives. It's called Chasing Waterfalls or whatever. I went to Idaho Falls, and they have a big set of waterfalls that goes through there on the river. It's actually man-made. Started building it in like the 1800s. And the waterfalls come over, and it goes down one side to like a hydroelectric dam now. But I actually took my boat and I rode all the way down the falls, and you can see it. It's all beautiful rocks and waterfalls. And then if you actually go up top, it's crazy city all the way down both sides, just business after business. From Mississippi, that's cool. I've been to the MISSISSIPPI. You got to be able to spell it backwards. PPISSISSIM. Make love to your Ford. Yeah, I would. I'd marry it if it was legal. But Yeah, I try to do some fun live streams, do some outdoor stuff. Oh, Luke's from Mississippi too. That's cool. I had a good friend from Mississippi in the military. We was in special ops down at Herbert Field, Florida. Greenville, South Carolina. I don't know that I ever been to South Carolina. I've driven most of the country. I actually moved in the military from North Pole, Fairbanks area in the middle of Alaska. I drove all the way down through Canada into Montana, home to Idaho to visit family. Went up to like Minnesota to see my ex's family. Just drove all through the whole country. Pay the snucka. What up, House, Indiana here? Awesome, brother. Appreciate you coming by. North Carolina or North California. That's cool. Been through some of California. Oh, that he knows about Herbert Field, the left-handed bandit, 85. I'm from Pensacola. I used to go to Pensacola Beach all the time. Fort Walton Beach, Panama City Beach, Destin. I was all over there. So I spent 4 years in a special ops unit down there, Herbert Field. Crazy stuff. East Tennessee, okay. I think my friend's in West Tennessee. One of my really good friends, she always sending me gifts and stuff. I met her on here. Annabella Honey. New shotgun yesterday. Got a Beretta A300 Ultimate. Oh, nice, brother. That's cool. How old am I? I will be 40 next month. I'm a 1984 model. I know I don't look a day over 18, right? When I grow my beard out, it's starting to get real white. Rexburg, Rigby, Drakes, Victor, American Falls, Boise, Caldwell, Swan Valley, Sun Valley, West Thumb, Idaho is a backyard to me. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, one of these times you come down to Idaho Falls, you have to hit me up. I need to learn how to fly fish. I even got a pole right here. I need to rig this baby up. Got some old green line on there. Probably needs to be replaced. I don't know. I have my great grandfather's bamboo handmade fishing pole out here. Now there's the end for my fly pole. Right there, I need to learn how to fly fish. River Deliverance was filmed on. No, I didn't get ass raped. Oh, that's good. I prefer to not get ass raped. That's my preference there. I guess there's this new thing called like fuzzies or something. And I was just talking to a guy today that does a lot of substitute teaching. And I guess like we got like 40 girls here now in my town that are fuzzies. They identify as cats. And one of them, I guess they had a problem with one of them. It's a rod, not a pole. Gotcha. Fly rod, gotcha. Take that out of here. Okay, can't show those things. What? Anyway. But yeah, they call them like furries, fuzzies, something like that. And this one girl, I guess, was telling them she couldn't sit in her desk chair because it hurts her tail. Yeah. Look at that. Bought these in the estate sale a while back for my 62. Gonna put them on there. Find some 14-inch steel wheels. Put these nice old hubcaps on there. Look fancy. But yeah, I guess he was telling me he called the principal and he said that there was like a wild cat or something going crazy in his class. And he's like, he's like, oh, call the sheriff's office or whatever. So he called the sheriff's office, animal control, and told them that he had a feral cat going crazy in his classroom. And they were sending police, and the girl was like, I can't believe you called the cops on me, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I guess if you're a boy and you think you're a girl, I guess you can pretend you're a cat too. But yeah, the principal called him and he's like, did this cat have 2 legs or 4 legs? And he goes, 2. And he said, oh my gosh, what did you do? And he said, I called animal control. I think it'd be funny if they literally took him and locked him up in a cell at the pound and then told him if nobody came for him in like 2 weeks, they were going to have to put him down. But yeah, the things this world's coming to or something else. Latest school shooter was trans, and see, that's a thing that's going along. My ex's son is trans. He came out after like we got divorced and stuff, and he was out of school. But he brought a gun to school. He stole one of my guns, took it to school. He took it on the school bus and then ran away, but they technically called it bringing a gun to school, and they expelled him. And then they broke into a house, and they took all their IDs and piled them up on the floor and burned them in the carpet. This house that was for sale, so that no one would be able to ID him. And within like an hour of him being gone with my gun that he stole, I noticed this and I noticed things were missing because he was smart. He knew me. His friends had been stealing food and stuff for like weeks, and he knew he had to do it all at once because I noticed things. I'm real sharp. And so it was a Ruger 1022 with an AK-74 stock kit on it. It's like an $800 stock kit. And I'd shot it and I laid it on my bench in the garage because I was gonna get it all cleaned up and gone through and everything. And I walked out to my garage and it was gone. And I walked upstairs and there was a note that he'd run away and he was planning on stealing our car and kidnapping my like 2-year-old daughter and all this crazy stuff. And it was wild. But yeah, like I say, a lot of these people that think they're trans and they have all these mental problems and stuff, they're the ones that are going into these schools and stuff. Told me to identify as a cat, their bed would get replaced with a litter box. We'll see how long that crap lasts. Exactly. I say if they want to be a cat, they get treated as a cat. I'd make them eat canned cat food. I'd give them milk in a saucer instead of a cup. I'd play it out till they gave up. And then if I find a cat, I'll send them to North Korea. Good job. Yeah, they love cats and especially white dogs. Over there, they have a big problem. Are pushing this crap. Yeah, the schools are pushing a lot of it. Yeah, over in Korea, if you're ever stationed over there, little kids, they'd pay them. They'd go through town and they'd steal people's dogs, and they paid more for white dogs because they prefer them, and they'd serve them in the restaurants. But yeah, the little kids could take them to the back of the restaurant and they'd give them money for cats and dogs and all that. Am I a Christian? I haven't been to church in a long time. I was raised Mormon, but I really don't do church much anymore. They love cats, yeah. We used to prank call a Chinese place in Alaska and tell them we were the health department and that we were gonna shut them down because we found cat carcasses in their dumpster. Weird kids. We were calling from the government phone at work. There was a Chinese massage parlor too that was shady, like an Asian massage parlor. And they're like, yeah, we're like, what's your rates? And they're like, oh, $200 an hour. We're a non-licensed massage parlor, this, that, and the other. And like, oh, what does that include? And they're like, well, you go back and the girl gives you a bath, and then you do whatever you want. And we're like, so it's a whorehouse? And they're like, no, 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 it didn't say that. We didn't say that. It's not a whorehouse. Like, sounds like a whorehouse. And then they were like, just so you know, we do not serve police or military. It's like $200 an hour for an unlicensed massage, and you don't allow police and military in your business. Military'd be a lot of your business. But when I was stationed in Florida in special ops, we had a kid in the dorms that got busted. Hey, Lucifer. He actually had a prostitute living in his dorm room, and he was feeding her his food from the chow hall, and he was pimping her out to all the guys in the dorms making money. They actually did a raid and caught him. But yeah, he just like found this prostitute in town, brought her home to his dorm room on base, and was having her sleep with everybody. Oh hell no! I had another buddy, big fat Mexican kid that worked for me for years. He was into cocaine real big in the dorms. They caught him running down the road at like it was 90 something degrees probably, and he had like a parka on, and he was running down the road, and they're like, something's wrong here. So they drug tested him, and he was on coke. And then I remember he come back from jail, and I don't know what they were doing. Normally drugs is like kick you right out. And they had him come back to work and everything. And one morning he didn't show up for PT, and they're like, "Hey, can you go find Santos?" And I'm like, "Okay." And I knock on the door, and he answers the door butt naked with cocaine all over his face. And he's like, "I fucked up, Sergeant Landon." I'm like, "Yeah, you did." So I had to call the cops. Was hidden by turning guns. Appreciate it, brother. Thanks for watching out. But yeah, he ended up. I had to sit there, and yeah, it was cocaine. He was busted with a lot of it, and went to jail, and then he come back and went through a rehab program, and then he was back on cocaine. But yeah, I had to call the MPs and sit there, and I had to call my commander because they sent me looking for him, and they're like, "Yeah, got to turn him in." I hated to. He was a good friend of mine, but and then his roommate. They have two rooms and they share a bathroom. We call them piss mates. His roommate was living off base, moved there, and was living on base, and they never quit paying his housing allowance. So he was just spending like an extra like $1,400 a month for like a couple of years. I think he owed over $20,000 to the government, and they threw him in jail. And him and the kid, his piss mate that was doing cocaine, they were cellmates when they were in jail in Panama City. Kind of funny, but yeah, the military life is wild. Well, we gone for, man, we're over 2 hours now. Getting late. Might have to go let my dog in the house. I even have a police light bar out here in my shop. You get all the things. I appreciate you sticking around, Lucifer. Appreciate everybody that's sent me super chats and that and become members. That's awesome. Ow, I'm gonna stand up. I'm hurting. Hey Angie, thanks for sticking around. I think we're gonna shut the lights off here and we'll go make our way in my house here. Probably getting low on battery. Oh, 56%. He was born addicted to coke. He said he doesn't remember much of it, but he was out of rehab by the time he was 6 months old. Hey, thanks, Manny. Appreciate you coming. We're gonna shut the lights off in here and try to make it to the house. Guess I should have grabbed that light out of my toolbox or wherever the heck I put it. Could use a flashlight a wee bit here. Trying to use you guys. I don't remember where I put it when I come back from my car. Guess we'll stagger through my junkyard back to my house here. Oh, just run into something there. If I die, somebody laugh or something, I don't know. I do a lot of wild stuff, and I got a GoPro that I filmed some video with, and I told my police officer buddy, I was like, so if you ever find me after doing one of my things, if you find the body, please upload the video. Y'all can see how I ended. He'll send over a pizza. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm like, dude, if I'm doing something stupid trying to make a video and I die, just make sure you upload it so people can see. It's important. Hey, thanks, Walter. Getting late, isn't it? I think we're gonna end her here soon. Come here, baby. My puppy dog. I got 12-volt lights and stuff in here. Come on. I run most of my trailer on solar power. See my puppy dog? She's a big part of my channel. There's a puppy. Come on. This is Bella. She's my bubby. She got one blue eye and one brown eye. Oh, who's a pretty girl, huh? Oh, best. Oh, yes. I don't know. I've been doing my my great cornholio lately. I did a short of it, and I did some of my salsa video yesterday. I used to watch Beavis and Butthead a lot. I'm the great cornholio. I need TP for my bunghole. I'm from Lake Titicaca near Nicaragua. Yeah, she's a good pup. Huh? My service dog. She keeps me company. Oh, you want to sing tonight? I love you. Come here. I love you. Oh, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh, sometimes she'll say I love you. Of course I did, chosen one. It's like a continuous stream of air. Oh, yeah? Usually she's really quiet, but sometimes when she gets on lives, she gets very vocal. Huh. I love you. Can I have a kiss? Can I have a kiss? I love you. Oh. She likes to get into attack pose, too. Yeah, she wants to play. Oh, there's a train coming. She likes to howl at the train when she's outside. Hey, thanks, Lucifer. She's a rescue from the pound. I don't even know what she is exactly. My hair's a mess. I need to get my little military high and tight done up again. I taught her that. She never made a sound when I adopted her. I love you. I love you. Yeah, she's awesome. She's a runner, though, so I have to keep her fenced in. If she gets loose, she's like straight out in the middle of the highway, and we don't want anything to happen to her. Because she's such a good girl, huh? She's a pretty girl. Yeah, she's my everything. I'm divorced and live by myself, so my puppy's awesome. Hey, thanks, Angie. Well, I think we're going to cut her off and call her a night. Appreciate everybody coming in and supporting me. Love you all. If you have any questions about stuff, I'll usually answer them, like about cars, stuff like that, how to do things, organization, whatever. Healer boxer looking, yeah, I don't know. Got dog hair in my mouth now. I had to try again another time. Yeah, appreciate it, Manny. Thanks, Luke. Yeah, I'll try to do some fishing. Maybe tomorrow if it's decent. We'll take a fishing boat out and do a live. Boop de doop. Hello. Good to see you again. Have a good night. But yeah, I appreciate everybody subbing the channel, and appreciate those that sent super chats and became members. It really helps me a lot. So yeah, thanks, Billy. Appreciate you coming, buddy. Hope everybody has a great night, has a good week. Keep your head up. Be safe till we see each other again. You guys have a good one. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Thanks.